Ooh, welcome to another exciting episode of MiniGrinder Paints Live. This is your host, me, the great El Nemo. So, what are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I'm painting 3 miniatures for a commission. So, if you're joining me again, thank you. I just want to give a little shout out to my main man, Grumpy Cave Bear from the Reaper forums. Hey. You're probably not watching me right now, but if you are, I didn't enable the comments. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna look into it. I don't really feel like fucking around with it. I'm sipping on a. This episode is brought to you by Farmhouse Red. Blue Moon thing. I didn't get paid for that, but trying to work out the tunnel vision, you know what I mean? Hey, let's actually show you something that's interesting, not just that image. Hey, so here he is. This is the Minotaur. Just trying to by Grenadier. Doesn't look like he's going to be too bad. Pretty self-explanatory. Lots of brown for the base, looks like. So I'm going to start right there. Starting with some dark skin. I'm going to be basing him with that. If you're not watching me live, I'd just like to thank you for checking this out. Thank you. So the purpose of this base coat really is to create sort of a dynamic shadow. Right? That's really the purpose of a base coat. Now, you could really make it as dynamic as you wanted to get. By choosing an interesting color to use as the base. Like maybe I would use burgundy, you know, as the base, and then painted brown on top of that. I mean, that's really dynamic stuff, you know. But I mean, those are the kind of things that when you do it, set that miniature, that paint job apart, you know. I should be doing it on this one. But it's a commission piece, and you know, I do that stuff for my own, you know, but a lot of people, I think they just want the quintessential, you know, like, why not make this Minotaur into like a jersey? I guess he is a jersey. Into a, well, no, maybe, yeah, jersey. The black and white spotted ones. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, why not do that? You know, but I think when people have commissions, they don't want that, you know? So they, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to send these links to the guy so you can watch these. The guy who's getting these things commissioned. Just so he can, you know, watch. I was really surprised. The guy who bought the entire Undead collection, my entire Undead collection, he spent over $750 on that. It was crazy to me. I've never spent that kind of money. You know. But that's that's the name of the game. But I was really surprised that somebody would be willing to do that, And I'm going to continue using the same basing technique and the same for those Undead collections. So, later down the road, when I add more to my own Undead collection again, you might say, hey, that's a really nice miniature. I want another one of those. Or, hey, he didn't do that one yet. I want that one. Me collection, Sue collection. It's kind of an interesting idea. Here goes one of my modeling thingies, tools. I'm actually going to get into doing modeling some creatures and that kind of stuff. So it should be kind of interesting. I don't know. I figured I should start larger and then work smaller as I got more and more used to the stuff. It seems like a good idea, right? But I don't know if I should be using that green stuff for everything, or I don't know, maybe should I be using like some kind of other stuff that's cheaper and then use the green stuff to do all the fine details and that kind of stuff, or I don't know. I guess I should just try all the different stuff and just figure it out for myself. That's usually what happens. Hey, where'd you come from? Little piece of blue. So, I had an itch. So I'm just dropping down the color here, guys. This is going to get brown too, because I'm going to make that some kind of gold color. I don't care if the plate mail gets hit also a little bit. That doesn't bother me, actually. Doesn't bother me one bit. I'm really excited to produce the upcoming Valentia campaign. Especially to the extent that I'm doing it. A lot of people probably don't realize like how ridiculous this is going to be. But I'm going to try to make this as ridiculous as possible. I'm all in. Going all in shortly. I know it looks like I'm just sort of screwing around right now, but I'm all in. The end product, the end goal is to make a series, or a set of series, the channel in general, of basically capturing our campaigns, and then through the powers of post-production, turning that from just a bunch of guys and some gals sitting around a table and playing a tabletop role-playing game to a storyline that's driven by fate, by the roll of the dice, and us as players. And that story, I'm hoping, will look basically like, a cross between, seeing a lot of nice painted miniatures but with like painted backgrounds and, cut scenes that has original art. and original music, and you know, the full on production. You know, that's my sort of end goal. It's gonna take a lot of work to get to that point, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. I can pull it off. You know? So I'm keeping it thick on the middle of the back here. So even the nooks and crannies are filled with this dark skin color. But as I move away from the center of the back, I'm basically going to dry brush just the top part. So I don't want to fill in all the nooks and crannies. If that makes sense. Like right there is a little much. I still want that black in there also. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if you can tell. You can see at the back, right here. Come on. You can see at the back right here is thick, but on the sides it's like, you know, there you can still see the dark primer underneath. So we're building up a color gradient already. Whatever you can, you know. So, yeah, so that's the goal, and I'd like to do multiple series, you know. We capture a session. If I captured a session, I could turn that into, you know, 8 or 9 or 10 videos, probably. You know, it's like half a season, one session of videos, essentially. Problem is, you know, producing that stuff. You know, early on, I'm gonna want to basically get the most bang for my buck. So but later on, I might edit it all out. You know, edit it way down. What the heck is that? What is that right there? It's like some kind of... I don't know what that part is. I'm trying to like... I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so let's just make sure that the base has been thoroughly dropped. Over here's just really throwing it down right there. I'm okay with that, to be honest. These old models. I'm actually going to seal this. I can see that the back side is going to give me some issues. You know, a lot of people, a lot of professional painters, they use a cork or something like that, and they'll attach this thing and they'll poke it in the cork, so they just hold the cork to work on the miniature. I mean, it might take me 2 hours just to do that, when I can just paint the damn thing in 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, it takes them a long time to paint, so, like, I understand why they would invest that kind of time to do it proper, you know. On the other hand, You know, it's just a efficiency kind of thing. Doesn't seem very efficient to me to do that for as long as it takes me to do it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna seal this. Work, 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 work. Arm itches. Okay, where are we at? We're just gonna let that dry a little bit there. Let's start. There's your base coat. Good to go. So that I sealed it there. That'll help me from rubbing it off. Build a nice layer there. Unless it says you can't paint on top of the seal. Might look kind of funny. Oh. Come on. I'm thinking about using this MSP sample. It's kind of more of a red brown. It might be kind of interesting, actually. I think this is going to work, actually. Okay. Okay, just starting off with this layer first. I'm just going to build it up slowly. One layer at a time. That might be a little too slow for me, my liking. There we go. Yep. Yep. Just rubbing that off there. I just want to like touch that up. A little brighter. A little brighter. There we go, we're just painting out the muscles basically. You know, probably even highlight it after that too. It's looking good though. Just easy dry brush on this side. Build up a little bit of base color to work from. And we'll go back through and splotch the parts that we want to accent. Like this part. And this part. There we go. This is actually working out pretty good. Just want to make sure that I'm really accenting that muscle tone. You know, I don't want to be the cause of losing that detail, that nice subtle detail that the sculptor spent, you know, all kinds of time in there. If you catch my meaning. Wow, it's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and dry brush the other bits. I'm gonna have to reload here, so might as well get the brushing in. Okay. Moo. Moo. I gotta be careful here. I gotta get these eyes in before I start doing too much work up there. Yeah, we're doing fine though. We're gonna drop some more MSP Master Series paint sample down. I'm waiting for Reaper to confirm my suspicions, and that is paint samples that we get free in our packages are just screw ups. We're getting the screw ups. There we go. I mean, just come out with it, man. Just say it. It's okay. I don't mind. It's a good idea. I mean, I'd do it if I were you. I totally understand. There we go. So I'm just slowly, I'm going for the parts that like look like they're already highlighted, and then that's what I'm trying to focus on. I don't have to paint within the lines necessarily, but I have to be mindful of the contour of the muscle tone. Right. That's That's the idea here. Let's work this in. This is a little bit more shadowed back here. I mean, it's still there, but a little more shadowed. Way too much paint on that skin right there. It's okay. Do that. Just spread it around. Spread the love. Make sure you're not. There we go. Okay. Already going cross-eyed again. Already. I think this one's going to go a lot quicker though. I hope. Nice. Choo choo. Okay, get the bicep. Did anybody watch the new Flash thing tonight? I didn't realize that was a thing. Yeah, I'm so, like, disconnected. Somebody said that Grumpy Caver said he was going to go watch some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then they proceeded to call me a nerd. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Okay. Wow. Throw one more drop down there. Let's just get started on the face. That's pretty much how you do that right there. So I'm definitely allowed to do the bottom side of the face. Like where I'm at right now. These ears have to be this entire highlight tone right here. Up in here. There we are. Look how lovely. Look how lovely. Another happy little ear here. Look at that. They're so happy. Look how happy that ear is. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. Easy enough there. A little bit of this left. Okay. Now, I'm sure you want to see my hard work. I said I'm sure you want to see my hard work. See you can barely tell, but the muscle tone is great. It looks great. It's hard to tell because everything's so damn brown, which is going to cause us a problem. We're going to have to sort of distinguish the brown sections with dark wash of some sort. I'm actually going to change the loincloth probably to like a burgundy, maybe. Maybe gray. I don't know. Going on some tan leather for now, though. And we're going to brush this part. Just a very light dry brushing. I want to retain the base coat in a good fashion. Just frost it, basically. Now, on the next layer, a little thicker this time. Not going to go in as deep. A little more even. There we go. And there we go. There's your leather. Your leather bits. Way too much on the brush. A lot of this will get covered up when I actually do the cloak or the cape or whatever it is. What I'm doing right now is just sort of adding to the hint of the leather on the other side. On this side. up here too. Oh my. I'm basically just going to line it. I'm lining the leather. This will help distinguish the browns. At the same time retain the color scheme. I'm gonna say that this stuff is like leather strap kind of stuff. That's actually what it is. Okay. We need another layer of, go with earth brown. And I'm going to cut it with some aged bone. And put this part on first. I'm going to hit the whole thing with this for the lighter version. I'm going against the grain. When you dry brush, you typically always want to go against the grain. Typically. Against the grain, I'm gonna get sued by the man. Sued by the man. And we're gonna lighten this up now. There we go. Okay, speaking of aged bone, let's have a drink. Let's look at that. Good. awesome, great. It's already going pretty quick. Yep. It's exactly what you thought it was. You know what I'm going to do? Get the detail brush. Some of this tan leather here. Excuse me. I'm actually going to dry brush. There we go. Awesome. Dry brushing down on the farm. I wish I had a farm that just sort of like was there. I didn't really have to do anything. It just like made food. That'd be awesome. We could like sell food. You have money. It would be amazing. Surely. Yep, I know. Of course, I'm out of. Whatever. I used it up. That was what was most important. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Interesting. This is what you do when you start talking to yourself. It is bound to work out this way. This guy's gonna look like Craven. I think I'm gonna make the other things bone too, the other bits on the inside. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I'm sorry I'm not as talkative. You try painting for 4 hours straight. I'm trying here. This is like a concentrating thing too, you know what I mean? These little details, you just want to get them just right the first time, because otherwise it means going and basing it again. Oh my god, okay. Sort of rely on the contour of the brush. Okay. My poor detail brush. I got another one I can bust out at any point in time. Okay, waiting for your eyes to uncross and then go in. Nice. Alright, let's get these horns. The great thing is I can actually just, edit in some words later. Because that's what kind of guy I am. I want to keep you guessing. What's he gonna do next? Huh? Son? I'm going to use a detail brush to get up in there. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Nice. Kind of wants me. It kind of wants me. Where's my black at? It's all the way over here. Let's get one thing straight here. I didn't mean to screw up my entire horn job here. There we go. Uh-oh, here he comes. Star of the show. Wow, that really makes these horns look awesome. Don't get too crazy there. Yes, I know I have to make it darker, but I had just a little bit of amount of paint on there, and it's actually harder to get the, to get the gradient somewhere in the middle to meet, So when you have a little paint on there, sometimes it's just better just to, rather than load up, and do what you're going to do anyways. I mean, when you paint this stuff, you just want to get like the right amount of paint on there. So sometimes what you'll do is you'll like, hit the darker, or hit the spot that you want to be darker first, because you have the most paint on the brush at that point in time. Wow, these look good. The horn's gotta look good, man. They gots to look good. What are you doing back there, Minotaur? I'm gonna get some dark washing out of the way here. You know, really? Right now? Right now you gotta be doing this? Sniff. He's like, yep, doing it right now. I got to do it right now. I suddenly don't want to paint anymore. Suddenly. Wasn't that sudden? I can't believe I started another one though. I gotta start painting more if I'm gonna get everything done that's gonna get done. That is definitely the case. Start washing away here. So for the highlight fur on this guy, we're going to go back to the MSP sample brown. And some tan leather. And that's what we're going to use. Okay. Silly kitty. Is that the only hairy spots? Is right there? Really? I thought I was going to have to get into it. You know what I mean? It is. That's the only hairy spots. Wild. Well, I kind of feel bad, so we're gonna. He's very brown at the moment, I realize. He's looking good though. Come back to that H bone right here. We're going to get some designs on these feathers. Okay. That's fine. Fine how it is. Okay. What's next? Well, we already got the H-bone out. We're going to use it with a little bit of brown. To be the bandage here. That's what this is. It's just part of the bandage. And then what else am I doing? Maybe the belt. A little bit of that brown in there. There we go. I like doing it once here. I'll give you guys another look. Looking fantastic, actually. I'm pretty happy with where it's at. There's literally no reason not to apply some honed steel to this plate right now. I can't think of any good reason. I think I don't know if it'd be a good idea or a bad idea to get the client to join me on like Google Hangouts while I do this. You know what I mean? Like, be like a backseat painter. No offense, clients, but you could imagine. Like, think of whatever profession you are. Just imagine me being behind you, being like, "Yeah, well, what about this or what about that?" There we go. I'd add rust to this, but I think I'm just gonna keep it how it is. You know? I mean, you know one thing I'm gonna do to it. It's a little trick. It's a little trick I learned down in Singapore. I didn't really learn it there. If you believe me, I'm sorry. I didn't really mean to lead you on. It wasn't my intent. Ooh, what's that, Mumbles? Okay, we're not going to keep it like that, though. It's not going to happen like that. It's not going to go down like that, folks. It's going to go down like that. And like this. Excusez-moi. Mon capitaine. Okay. Really? Come on, man. Help me out. Thank you. He's looking fantastic. Fantabulous. The teeth, however, are going to get some treatment. Right now. I'm just dabbing at them. It's a dry dab, not dry brushing, just a dry dab. I'm gonna pop one more squat down there. There we go. okay. Just want to make sure I'm getting the hands here. I'm most likely going to have to hit that with a primer. This guy's coming to a close. What's happening right now? Okay. This guy's and down here. Just need some definition. Wow, it's looking really good. I'm actually going to blast it real quick because it's mostly done. Some quick pulses. Here's where we're at, folks. Pretty nice. So some things that still need to happen. What I say, that was going to be get off of there. You get yourself hurt, kitty. Burgundy. Loincloth is going to get the burgundy treatment, and so is the belt buckle. Now, very subtle, a little too subtle for my liking. Do I not have any? No, I don't. Yeah, that'll work. Nice. Tap, tippity 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 tap. Woo. Woo. There we go. Okay, still haven't hit the eyes. Black. I'm just gonna make the eyes yellow. They're stereotypical animal eyes. The first thing you gotta do. Okay, I could actually keep them black, but that's boring. Grab some sun yellow. We're just going to dab a little bit on each eye. Nice. That looks really good. Oh, nice. I like those eyes. Give it a real animal look to it, you know? It's looking really nice. Only thing left is the sword, essentially. And hoofs. And let's shore up the whip also. The whip is dry brushed tanned leather. That we're gonna need something for this going. Okay. Alrighty. The blade. Is this already dry? Yes, it is. Where is my hone steel? Here we go. Oh, just a little dribble. Just a little dribble. Okay. Let's go with this brown that's out here. Give it a second here, guys. I'll make it awesome. Like 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. This really is a nice miniature. Okay. And antique gold. Classic. La 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 la. There we are. A little bit of dark washing, a little bit of other stuff, but I'm not going to bother you with that. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here. Let's check them out. They're not quite done, but he's pretty much there. It's looking good. Thanks for joining me. That's it. I'm not going to do the next one yet tonight. Here's what he looks like, though, in comparison. He's kind of a big Centaurian. He's the Centaur Archer. It's really a nice miniature. It'll be fun to paint. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a wonderful day / night. Whatever. Bye.